from Louisiana.
If they do not have
the gentlelady's time has expired.
I am
the
sorry,
gentlelady's
Madam
time has
Chairwoman,
expired.
But the American people
The gentlelady's time has expired.
Miss
Stansbury, Miss Stansbury, the gentlelady's time has expired.
Health.
No, you're lying to the American people.
I'm sorry, madam.
You are lying to the American people.
The American people need to understand their health is at risk, and this is a five-alarm emergency.
Mr. Higgins from Louisiana is now recognized.
Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we've got an explosive clash to talk about. Two powerful voices in Congress, Marjorie Taylor Greene and Melanie Stansbury, went head-to-head during a fiery FDA hearing. If you're into political drama, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any updates. So, here's the scoop. Melanie Stansbury, the congresswoman from New Mexico, kicked things off with a bang. She questioned why the committee isn't focusing on the massive cuts happening at the FDA, arguing that these cuts are putting public health at serious risk.
Thank you, Mr.
She brought
Chairman.
up the firing.
I just want to ask a quick question. This is the Oversight Committee, correct? Mm-hmm. That's right. We're in the Oversight Committee. So I have to say I found this to be a very bizarre committee hearing, because here we are in oversight, and our job is to conduct oversight over the administration because of the separation of powers between Congress and the executive branch. And right now, the administration is dismantling the Food and Drug Administration. And we are sitting here, and members on both sides of the aisle are asking questions of industry-funded groups about how the FDA is going to protect public health from medicines and food, while the secretary is firing thousands of FDA employees. In fact, just this last week, they announced they were firing 3,500 members of FDA, and RFK Jr. announced that he was going to fire 10,000 HHS employees across the entire agency. So my question is, if this is the Oversight Committee, why are we not conducting oversight over the administration and their mass firings and the actual deconstruction of the exact agency that's supposed to protect the public health? That is what we should be doing right now in this hearing room. So I find it very bizarre that many of my friends across the aisle are asking, how these folks are going to protect the public health, because they're not, because they're dismantling and taking out the top experts who do this work. Now, some of my colleagues have already pointed out that one of the top vaccinologists, not just in the United States, but in the world, Dr. Peter Marks, was forced to resign. And in a few moments, I'm going to enter his resignation.
She brought up the firing of over 3,500 employees, a huge blow to an agency responsible for the safety of our food, drugs, and medical devices. Stansbury then dropped a bombshell by referencing a resignation letter from Dr. Peter Marks, one of the top vaccinologists in the world. Dr. Marks resigned, accusing the administration of not prioritizing transparency and spreading misinformation. According to Stansbury, this is a major red flag that could compromise public health. Enter Marjorie Taylor
into the record, because it's instructive. In his resignation, he says that for the last 13 years, he's tried to ensure the efficiency and effectiveness of the science and the public health. And he says at the end of his letter, however, it has become clear that truth and transparency are not desired by the secretary, but rather he wishes subservient confirmation of his misinformation and lies. I've been trying to figure out for the last couple of weeks what exactly the end goal is inside of HHS, what exactly the end goal is inside of FDA, what exactly the GOP's theory of MAHA, of Make America Healthy Again, is. Because today you want to take a vote on dismantling Medicaid. Your president is mass firing thousands of public health officials, including the people who make our drugs, our medications, our food, our cosmetic safety. Your president has announced yesterday that he wants to put tariffs on pharmaceuticals, and you're going after Social Security and Medicaid by dismantling the offices and the services and programs through DOGE that actually serve the people of this country. So I don't understand it. I don't understand how this serves the public interest. Dr. Kessler, I am very grateful that you are here today. You are a legend. You are so well known across the public health space, and I know you're not currently serving in this administration, but help us understand the scope and the scale and why the American people need to be paying attention to what's happening inside the agency right now.
20 cents of every consumer dollar is spent on a product that FDA oversees. All our foods, essentially, right, except meat and poultry, USDA does that. All our drugs, all cosmetics, our blood supply, our medical devices, our radiological, many of our radiological devices. The agency is absolutely essential for the safety of the American family.
Right. Enter Marjorie Taylor Greene. She did not hold back. Greene fired back, accusing Stansbury of misleading the public and flat-out lying to the American people. The tension was palpable, and this wasn't just a political debate, it was a full-on showdown. Dr. David Kessler, a former FDA commissioner,
Mr. Higgins from Louisiana.
If they do not have
the gentlelady's time has expired.
I am
the
sorry,
gentlelady's
Madam
time has
Chairwoman,
expired.
But the American people
The
need to
gentlelady's time has
understand
expired.
what is happening
Miss Stansbury,
inside this
Miss
agency
Stansbury, the
and
gentlelady's
risks to
time
the
has
public
expired.
health.
No, you're lying to the American people.
I'm sorry, Madam.
You are lying to the American people.
The American people need to understand their health is at risk, and this is a five-alarm emergency.
Mr. Higgins from Louisiana
FDA
is now
commissioner
recognized.
chimed in, warning that these cuts could make the U.S. fall behind in scientific innovation. He emphasized that the FDA is crucial for consumer safety, and without its full capacity, American lives could be jeopardized. So, what does all this mean for us, the American people? Stansbury's message is clear. These cuts could lead to disastrous consequences for public health. But
it's also absolutely key for our competitiveness, right? I mean, I am concerned, right, that China's going to beat us scientifically, you know, if we're not careful with all these cuts that are going on. But the reason I'm concerned about that is it's not about China. It's about the health of us.
And Dr. Kessler, I want to end with this note. As Vera Rosenthal was leaving the department after being fired by the secretary, she said, people are going to die from these cuts. I am not being an alarmist. The day after they announced these mass firings and cuts, pharmaceutical prices tanked on the market, and that was before tariffs. And that's because the ability to get life-saving drugs to market, the ability to save American lives, the ability to get
the gentlelady's time has expired.
To our people.
Gentlelady's time has expired.
On having a functioning.
Gentlelady's time has expired. I now recognize Mr. Higgins from Louisiana.
But Greene and others argue that this is necessary for reform and cutting government waste. Ultimately, it's up to Congress to decide the future path. That's a wrap for today's breakdown. What do you think? Is the FDA being dismantled, or is this necessary reform? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you do. We've got more in-depth analysis coming your way.